Hello, my name is Tracy McClanahan and I'm the Chief Recruitment Officer at Ogre Health. Thank you for your time today. And as you've previously received the report, Forces of Change and Digitalisation for Operational Improvement, we will take report as read. But today, what we'd like to look at specifically is that digitalisation for operational improvement in HR. So the purpose of this report is for us to examine operational improvement opportunities of the employee life cycle within the HR function here at Ogre Health, with a focus on digitalisation as an enabler of change. So currently, the forces of change is the high attrition rates, which puts major external pressure on all of our clinics, giving everybody within the rural remote communities the right for an access to healthcare. We're also seeing a broader shift caused by the 4.0 industrial revolution, where our employees have faster digital expectations, looking for automation, speed, and for us, there is certainly within corporate a need for scalable solutions. What we do understand is that whilst it's disrupting HR, this is not just a piece of tech that's needed, it's actually a structured change management. So HR is the function that we're looking at here today. We truly understand currently at the moment that there are some pain points: fragmented payroll, slow onboarding, inconsistent training, and we have some performance management differences throughout, where we really truly need to understand better from our NPS scores from our employees, what we can do better, how we can turn this around, the disengagement we have, the risk of non-compliance, and how we can better the employee experience and improve that life cycle and tenure. And here I'd like to have a look at a framework called Order Winners and Qualifier Framework. And it's how we break down the two. The qualifiers are the fundamental basic needs. Let's think accurate payroll, timely onboarding, legal compliance. Though fundamental, if they're not met, before mentioned that some of them are not, this is where employee trust starts to deteriorate, and there tends to be a lack of engagement. However, through this change management process that we're about to embark on, we have the opportunity not just to get those qualifiers right, but to add the winners. And those winners are such as the fast, the self-service, and accurate HR tools. That's something that we could change. And how would we do that? So literally looking at introducing a HRIS as a unified solution to streamline the workflows and improve the lifecycle consistency. We could create real-time access, self-service tools, and better data for decision-making across the business. This will not only impact and help the employee experience and life cycle, it will also increase and support operational efficiency across the multi-site environment that we have across Australia. So risks, barriers, and enablers. If we don't get the alignment right from the beginning with our existing workflows, we may create resistance to change. And that comes in the planning stage, working with the entire team and making sure that we're prioritizing and creating processes that fit. Because some of the barriers we're bound to come across is a lack of staff commitment. So we need to agree from day one what our messaging is and what is our vision, what are the outcomes that we want. Not only the leadership buy-in, but making sure that we work with teams bottom up and top down to make sure that it's a solution for everyone. We know that we can use frameworks such as TQM and BPM, ensure we've got culture readiness, staff engagement, and structured implementation. And a huge fan of Lean as a Lean practitioner, looking for constant improvement and ensuring that we're doing things for the reason, not just because they need to be done or we've always done them, but the pull and pull effect of the employee and what we're trying to change, which is really important. And don't forget, further training, constant training, and incentives are really crucial as adoption levers. So what would the key recommendations be? To phase in a HRIS system with strong executive sponsorship, ensuring we embed those TQM and those Lean principles, constantly improving service delivery and gaining internal responsiveness. And most of all, emphasising that we need to align the initiatives for the clinic network needs, treating them as our internal customer. So for me, to finish off, It's really to say that HR can shift from a creative function to a strategic enabler. This transformation engagement will stabilise the workforce availability, build long-term organisational resilience. And by hopefully endorsing this approach today, we're on our way to change and increasing the tenure and bettering the life cycle of our employees. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?